So hello and welcome guys to another video for Hedge Knight Wargaming. Today I thought I'd bring you something different. This is a brand new game that's popped up on the doorstep today. It's Marvel Crisis Protocol. I've seen a few of my friends on Facebook speak quite highly of this, and I thought, you know what, it's only about £50 for a core set, and it gives you quite a few miniatures and some cool scenery pieces and dice and all the rest of it. So I thought, well, we'll give it a try. I've got a friend who's super into Marvel as well, and he's super keen to get involved in this, and he's already gone out and bought 5 expansions as of yesterday when I told him I bought the core set. So we will be getting these built up and hopefully painted quite soon, and then we'll get them to the battlefield soon and get some games up online, which will be good for people to watch and see if they're interested in it. So we'll open the box. Again, the box looks amazing. I have to say the artwork is pretty flawless there. Makes you think, well, there's a lot of dynamic poses on there, and it's probably something you'd like to see more of. Hopefully the game will dictate a bit of this kind of battle scenario with them. So I'll open it up and we'll go through the components. So within the box, as you can see, it's pretty packed all the way to the top. You've got your Learn to Play, which is essentially your rule book, which I believe you can get online on their website. I did have a read through just before, just to make sure I was quite happy in how it looked and how it played. It's not exactly huge. I'd say it looks about 60 odd pages, maybe less. You've got a nice quick reference on the back of the page itself, which is always great for new starters. I love that. As well as the kind of easy go-to for the icons and clean up, and great. That's really good. That's going to come in handy. And within the book itself, we've got nice illustrations, overviews, and then the rules themselves at the front. I think I had a brief look as we flipped through that the back has some, there we go, some handy make guides. So to help you build your models, which is good news, because sometimes, especially with this chap, by the looks of it, Dr. Octopus, you're going to have a lot of components with. So that will hopefully come in handy when it comes to building these. Moving on to what we've got in the rest of the box set. Looks like we've got a load of unit cards there, which are actually huge. They're a lot bigger than I was expecting, so they're almost tarot size. So I was going to put those in some sleeves, but I don't know if I've actually got sleeves big enough, but they seem like they are a bit more robust. And again, you have, from what I've read, this is your undamaged side, so you have slightly better stats on there. And then your damaged sides on the opposite side. So it's kind of like, as things inspire, I assume like Shadespire, things maybe get better. So that's handy. Tokens, it seems like you've got tons. And again, they're all cardboard, so they don't look too cheap, which is always good news. I'm sure you can get some lovely ones as time goes on as well. Moving on to your buildings, that's all good. And they look almost like Games Workshop resins. We've got some lampposts. I believe this has like a couple of cars and a couple of buildings in, which is always good in the core set, because who doesn't want more scenery to play on? It's always a bit dull if you've only got the bare minimum. That's your car and the rest of a building. What do you have here? It looks like you've got some heroes going on there. So that looks like Dr. Octopus in there. And a dumpster, of course. Who doesn't want a dumpster? And again, more heroes based in there. Captain America's shield by the looks of that. So you've got absolutely tons of plastic components, which is great. The only pain is that you've got to build them all, so that'll take me a good evening to do that. And if you scroll in, you can see the detail on them. It's actually fairly decent, so it doesn't look like they're cheap and nasty kind of miniatures. They look like they are quite well defined, and the detail is there, which is great because I love my painting, so we'll make them look quite smart. And this is a great addition. Look at those resin bases, well, plastic bases, but essentially they're great definition on them with their manhole covers and the cracked ceiling, cracked pavement. It saves so much time when you don't have to base these effectively, you just paint them up. They look quite smart then. That is one thing that's made me kind of ideally got into this, is that there's only a handful of models. I think you have potentially like 10 per roster. You earn only game with about 6 or 7 from what I've seen on other reports, so that seems great. You then got your deck of cards, which is kind of like your scenario deployments and your schemes and strategies, almost like Malifaux, I would assume. And that looks good. And then amazing dice. I love these. They kind of bring back my first edition X-Wing, which I was super into at the time. So you've got your skulls, your wilds, your hits, your criticals, your blocks, and I like that. I think that's really cool kind of way of good mechanism in the game, relatively straightforward. It seems like a game that might be quite easy to learn but hard to master. But generally that seems quite impressive, and it keeps going. There's secret compartments in this box apparently. So in the box itself, right at the bottom, we've got cars. Hooray! And they're detail cars, give them their due. I'm going to airbrush those and they're going to look quite smart. And then last things in there are movements and range tokens, which again are very X-Wing-esque, but they have some additional kind of functions where they rotate and you can move up to. And again, you paint them up, they're going to look quite smart, and they're robust. You can't physically bend them either, which is great news. Well, it seems pretty good considering the box set itself. I mean, I paid about 50 quid for, so that's what it should look like when it's all painted up. Hopefully, I mean, we'll get a decent map for it and we'll see how things work out. But yeah, it looks like it's quite an exciting game. So that was just a quick unboxing, guys, for you. Once I've read the rules and I've got these painted up, I should get some expansions and we'll be able to play some games. But I'd love to hear from some of you in the community. I'm quite new to this game, so if you've got any ideas of what you might want to see or good ideas for beginners to kind of get involved in, me and my friend will be completely new to it, so we will be learning as we go. But yeah, it'd be nice to get another game on the go and get some videos up for you. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed. That's another video for Hedge Knight Wargaming. Bye bye.